I got your wig, ho. Ha ha. You're mad, Miss Wikiana.
You guys, in a recent interview, Kandi Burruss made some strong accusations against Carlos King, the former executive producer of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. She accused King of stealing Escape's life story behind her back. When asked why she and Carlos King are no longer friends, Kandi said, he was the one who stole my group's life story and sold it to TV One.
He's another person that I think, when they say I've tried to help people and then it comes back to bite me in the ass. Okay, so first of all, the main reason, my main issue with Carlos is he is the one who stole my group's life story and sold it to TV One. And for that, I just can't get past it. He had been working with us that entire season on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. That last year he was with us. Him and Todd had already had some little issues, business issues, because they were doing a production company together. So they already had some things they had dealt with personally. But, we was trying to move past that and still work together on the show because he was executive producing. What season was that? 9 or whatever?
Yes.
And he was his last year. Okay. So let's say the season wrapped in November. In December, someone tells me, I was talking to a friend. I was like, hey, we should do a movie about, our group's life or whatever. And they were like, it was a director that Todd and I were speaking. And they was like, somebody's already doing it. And I was like, what you mean somebody's doing it? And so in my mind, I'm thinking it was one of my group members or something. And they was like, yeah, it's a network that's already because I took a meeting about directing it. And I was like, what? Now, mind you, just wrapped season 9. The season in either top of December or November, end of November right there. December, I'm hearing that this movie has been sold to a network. So I come to find out a couple weeks later, I'm trying to find out what is going on, and come to find out it was, in sidebar, his other producing partner, one of the producers that worked for him, who was also at the time I thought was super cool, had called my mom, was like, oh yeah, we want to do interview you because we're trying to do a documentary about girl groups or something. So we want to ask you questions about, Escape. My mom was going to do it or whatever, but come to find out, he was the person who had did the deal with TV One to sell our life story. He was, and my mom and it was going to try to ask my mother questions about us unknowingly to get more information, I guess, for the show. So anyway, I just thought that was the lowest thing that anybody could ever do.
Wait, but how did he have the rights to y'all's story?
He didn't have the rights to our story. What I found out, because of course, I was calling lawyers and everything. And I found out at the time that when you're a public figure, people can do
unauthorized.
They can do unauthorized stories about you. Right. And at the time we had already done what's that, behind the music type of thing on TV One or whatever. Okay. No, TV One. Remember, Unsung. How they Unsung, yeah. So, they had certain information that I guess they could base the movie off of. But my thing was, I was like, never once, all them years we have been around each other, he had never once told me that he was trying to do a movie about us and to be able and to go behind my back and to do that and to that's our life story.
Hi Tamar, hi Andy, and hi ladies. Our question is, who is the Atlanta housewife that you hinted about having beef with on Instagram, saying her and her husband threatened you?
Okay, everybody knows that I'm on Dish Nation now, right? And this really all started from a YouTube that Kandi put out about whatever the issues they had with Carlos King. And I was asked about it.
Messy boo. But I just find it odd that you can steal the rights of the lives of people that are still alive. We saw it recently with the Mike Tyson joint on Hulu, which is great, by the way. I hate that he doesn't support it, but you got to do things right when these people are alive and you telling their story.
Which is why I don't agree with her calling him a thief. You know what I mean? I think that's a little off the deep end.
Well, what would you do if somebody tried to do this to you and your sisters? They tried to tell your story without your permission.
Well, okay, so here was the thing. So my sister did her biopic, right?
Okay.
And I feel like everybody else was involved, but I had nothing to do with my character, and I was in my feelings about that.
Okay.
but everybody else was involved, so that's a different kind of thing. So you really don't want nobody telling your own story.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I just feel like there are all the time unauthorized, like, you know, versions of people's lives, and this is just a part of being an entertainer.
Yeah. It is a little shady to call her mom up and act like you're going to do an interview about all these groups in the 90s just to try to dig up information on her group. Like, that is a little... You got to watch out for reality TV producers.
Yeah, and that's shady, baby. But something in the milk ain't clean. I don't know. I'm not totally convinced that that's what it is. I don't know. I want to hear from Carlos because I want to know the tea. Now, I'm going to be honest. Like, I'm not like these other reality people. Like, I'm a real bona fide 5-time Emmy-nominated journalist. Difference. So for me, I am not comfortable publicly saying or calling someone else a liar without knowing the legitimate facts. That's where I'm standing with that. I wasn't on no, you know, you're not my friend, I don't want to side with you. It wasn't nothing to being messy, but my responsibility for my job and my integrity just lied in that. Or else I just would have said, oh, she lied. Really what I did say is I wanted to hear both sides of the story. You know, something in the milk ain't clean. Just trying to deflect from just outright calling somebody a liar. Because number one, I don't know. Number two, I don't care. Number three, has nothing to do with me. Okay? Cool. That happened. You know, I put up a clip promoting the show from my point of view in my story, not addressing anybody, not taking sides on nothing, because I really don't care. It really doesn't have anything else to do with me. Okay? So weeks go by, 4 or 5 weeks go by, and we all have a concert together. And I'm leaving my dressing room to go to my dancer's dressing room to bring them their new clothes, and I see Kandi in the hallway. And I'm like, hey, boo, and I give her a hug, you know, whatever, and she just look at me and she's like, I ain't fucking with you. And I'm like, what? I'm thinking she's kidding. Like, I'm for real thinking she's kidding. And she's like, I ain't fucking with you. I'm like, what happened? She like, oh, well, you said that shit you said about Carlos King was foul. And I'm like, oh shit, and I honestly truly forgot about it, right? And I'm like, listen, I didn't mean no harm. You know, I wasn't trying to, you know, go against you or nothing like that. It's, you know, just what I just explained to y'all. Like, I just feel like my responsibility is a little bit different. I ain't trying to call nobody publicly a liar when I don't know the whole story. I'm not comfortable with it. And she was like, nah. You said. And I'm like, sis, listen, if I offended you, I am so sorry. Like, you know, like I wasn't coming from that. I thought, man, you made up at Big Brother. You know, I wasn't coming for you. It's nothing like that. I really, truly, humbly apologize. And plus, I sent her a DM, and I said, I sent you a DM when, you know, when your fans was coming to my page. This was a while ago, and I was just trying to let you know that, you know, I wasn't trying to be, you know, malicious or nothing like that. Nah. But you said, and you did, and then you doubled down and put it in your story. I said, listen, Kandi, I'm not trying to go there with you. You know, we in the middle of this hallway. And now by this time, people swarming around. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we ladies, we shouldn't be doing this. We can go in my dressing room. Yeah, before I take it to the next level. Now, everybody know, I ain't really here for that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm cool and I'm safe, but I do know how to whip ass. And I don't do that because I don't condone violence at all, right? And I'm like, well, what's the name of the level you want to take it to? Like, what, you want to fight? Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. You said he did steal from us. Right? And I'm like, she is really serious right now. I'm like, all right, like, don't do that. First of all, I'm from Baltimore. We're not going to do that. You know what I mean? And I'm telling her again, it's my 4th time apologizing. I am so sorry if this offended you, right? I wasn't trying to be malicious towards you. Now I'm saying this again. This is in the hallway. I'm saying this again. Nah. I mean, Buck King. And I'm like, and I get to the point where I'm like, look, dog, This is not Atlanta Housewives. I'm not getting paid to sit up here and argue with you like this. I'm about to go sing everybody on this bill under the table. I can't argue with you right now. Like, I ain't finna do all that. And then, I am trying to completely de-escalate the situation. It's giving bobs and cackling and cacklings. And, like, then Tadina comes up and, like, he comes and get her. And he says something to her. And then he looks at me in my face. Y'all can believe this shit or not. Nigga look at me in my face and go, you know what it is.
That's not true. My husband never said nothing to her. He did not threaten her or none of that. So that's why I was like, I don't even want to like address that on Amazon Live. She and I did have words, but he did. So that's why I was like, yeah. Some people like to twist things a little bit, but we can talk about it later on a different platform or not. Anyway.
What? Now this is a dude. I don't care. Listen, y'all don't see me grow up on the Braxtons. Y'all don't see me go at it with my sisters. Y'all don't see me, you know, kind of like sporadically go at it with Lonnie. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the truth is, in real life, I'm really a peaceful person. You know what I mean? And I like to have fun, and I laugh and play jokes all the time. And so the thing is with me is that me and Kandi, or me and another female, can argue all day long. But when it comes to dudes in another woman's face to physically threaten them and harm them, that's when the line is drawn.
I loved Kandi in Escape. I loved her on the show when she had a storyline that made sense. When Phaedra was there and they had all the sex gate where they said they were in the dungeon or allegedly, you know, out doing threesomes and stuff, she had an interesting storyline. Since we've been critical about her not having a storyline and being a boring housewife and needed to be replaced, she's been a mean girl in these streets. She just recently was rude to one of my staff at the Grammys. And I have a feeling, after talking to lots of people in her peer group, that Kandi is a bully. I think that Kandi's a bully.
Really?
Absolutely.
I've never got that impression of Kandi.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
not at all.
They seem like cool people.
Well, there's what you see on TV, reality, and what you see in real life. Now,
Yeah.
I will tell you, her agent, she got an agent named Nick Roses. Let me go ahead and put his name out there because I told him I was going to slap his ass. He's messy. All of them are messy. But anyway,
if Jason calling somebody messy, they messy.
They messy.
What? Yeah, but Tamar, you know, I asked her at the time when this was posted, you know, was it real? What's going on? Are you trying to get on Housewives of Atlanta? Because this is how storylines happen. You know, she's out in Atlanta now, and the show is kind of boring without Nene and Phaedra. Portia. And so, yeah, I don't know.
See, I don't watch the show, but all I ever hear is people talking about the Kandis of the world. But it's also because Kandi's such an entrepreneur. You know what I mean?
She's
Kandi got all these businesses going.
Her restaurant's slapping.
That's what I'm
her
saying.
restaurant good.
So, like, do you have to, when they say boring, is it because she's not being messy or not being
I mean, it's reality TV,
ratchet?
yes.
They want messy, they want
mess.
ratchet. Yes.
Okay.
This is what they want.
Okay. So that's what happened. Do you outgrow reality television once you become an entrepreneur? Like when you're doing positive things?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, we got more Kandi news later on. There's another story. She out here starting fights with other R&B girls online.
That particular person, he had like been dogging me on his blog. Like, he has said a lot of negative things. I'm sure you guys seen it because some of that stuff was on different blogs or whatever. I guess other people had picked it up. This was a while ago. And so if somebody had dogged you, would you want to interview for their page?
I had an interview with Kandi Burruss. And
I saw that.
Yeah. Why ain't Hollywood Unlocked posted?
Because we don't fuck with Kandi like that.
What happened with you and Kandi?
Nothing. She's been invited to my show a few times and she's never come. And I've talked to her directly. And, you know, it's just she don't come and support us. We're not supporting her. So it was unfortunate. I'd rather help you set up another interview that you could do and then post that.
Wait, so you're upset with Kandi because she ain't come on your platform?
I didn't. You said upset. I didn't say upset.
So you don't F with Kandi. Did you say?
No, I said we, Hollywood Unlocked. Jason Lee loves Kandi. I think she's cool. Hollywood Unlocked does not post Kandi if we don't have to.
That wasn't rude. I was just going to go. I was going and like literally speaking to everybody on that, all the publicity people. And when I got to them, I said, hey, and then somebody, the person that was with me told me, who they were with, and I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't do this one. And I just turned around and walked away. I didn't do anything to them. Maybe they felt the way because I sat and did the interviews with everybody else around them, but it wasn't them. It's just their platform had already dogged me. So, like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know what to say about that. I don't know what you think. I don't know. What would y'all do? I guess you could say, what would Jesus do? He probably would have spoke and did the interview. I spoke. I just didn't do the interview. So I don't know what else to say.
I got your wig, ho. Ha ha. You're mad, Miss Wikiana.